For today's Sami savings tip, I want you to buy now and eat later. What do I mean by that? There are a ton of bonuses being offered with restaurant gift cards. So think of places that you like to eat yourself throughout the year, buy those gift cards for you and your family, and then use those to pay for your meal, and you'll be saving 20% off before you ever step in the door. So I know that it's Christmas time, but I don't have my Christmas tree up. We haven't put any lights outside yet, but I have baked holiday cookies a couple times already. But I needed to bring in the expert, Courtney Spiegl from Baked on 8th, to give us some tips and tricks to really make these batches of holiday cookies the best ever. So thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So there are so many questions I have.
Okay.
So many questions. But before we even get to making beautiful, beautiful creations, can you talk to us about some simple tips about, before we even do the dough, right? What do we need to know when it comes to rolling and refrigerating and all these things?
Yeah, so having the right tools is really helpful. This is one of my favorite ones for rolling the doughs out. It's a measured rolling pin.
This isn't rolling to me.
Yes, you can actually take this part off and unscrew it. And it has all these little tabs here, and it just makes your dough really even. So all of your cookies are the exact same depth and everything like that. I like to do the 1/4 inch for the cookies.
That's good to know. Okay, 1/4 inch. And you also say that after you roll out the dough and cut out your cookies, you should do something else to make them.
Yes, always chill it for at least 10 minutes until it's like almost kind of hard, firm to touch, and then go straight into the oven. And that's going to help them hold their shape perfectly, and they won't like puff up or anything spread out or anything like that.
Okay, so you're going to talk to us about decorating, but there was some. Let's start doing that, because I don't want to take up our time with all the questions.
Okay.
So what's the important thing that we need to start out doing when decorating?
So there's 2 steps kind of to making these really fun Christmas cookies.
Gorgeous.
The first one is flooding, so that is this guy.
Okay.
And we will do that, and then once it dries, which sometimes can take up to several hours,
right.
Then you'll add your little decorations.
Okay, so let's flood.
So we're going to take our green here.
Okay.
Sometimes your royal icing will kind of settle a little bit, so you just kind of smush it around in the bag, get it mixed in again. And then I also always like to keep a wet towel around just to wipe your tip down.
And if you don't have a piping bag, is there something else you can use?
Yeah, you can totally use a Ziploc.
Okay.
And then just snip the end off.
Okay, I'm going to let you start that so people can see. I don't want to run out of time for our
So this is a
flooding.
scribe here, and this will just help me break that seal. So whenever you're flooding, you want to kind of do a line around the edges first.
So you're creating like a barrier, basically.
Yes.
Oh.
So you're going to do your line.
You do that so well.
And then you're going to come in and just squeeze a little bit more. And flood the inside there.
So handy. Okay, we've got about a minute left.
Okay.
So we're going to pretend that dried.
Yes.
And then you've got the cookie on your left.
Yes.
Okay.
So then you're going to take your colors here.
Okay. I'm going to let you do this so I don't get it everywhere.
And see, break that seal again.
Okay.
And we're going to make some lights here. So you're just going to string the little black part.
And you can really do this at home with anything. If you're using food coloring, is it basically like a powdered sugar type icing?
Yeah.
Is that,
so this is called a royal icing, and my bag is stuck here.
That's okay. You know this always happens on live TV, so.
So I'm just gonna break this here.
Okay.
See if I can get this to go. There we go. So we're going to do some little lights.
Perfect.
And then you would take your colors and add little dots there.
And we've got the finished product by the miracle of modern TV
over here.
There.
Yes. Here's another shaped Christmas tree, but you see your little lights there.
I love it. And tell us about some of the other goodies that you brought.
Yeah, so at Baked on 8th, we're open 7 days a week.
Okay.
Everything is a la carte, so you can come in and just buy your 1 cookie. You can buy a dozen cookies.
I love it.
We've got cakes, cake by the slice, muffins, brownies, all of the goods.
Okay, well, visit Baked on 8th. Courtney, thank you for being here.
Thanks for
This is so
having me.
festive. I love it. Before I go, I need you to know it's okay to feel all the things. As someone who tries to live as authentically and transparently as possible, this season can be difficult. You're expected to be filled with joy and good cheer, yet really hard things still come our way, like job loss, the death of a loved one, or even social anxiety. Proverbs 14:13 explains this so well when it says, "Even in laughter the heart may ache, and rejoicing may end in grief." I would encourage you to not hide your emotions this season, but rather accept that you can experience a multitude of feelings throughout the day, and they are all valid. But no matter what you're experiencing, I would challenge you to take time first thing in the morning and last thing before bed to find at least one thing you're grateful for that day. I want to thank all my guests for being here today, and most of all, thanks to each of you who invited me into your lives. Have a great day. Make sure you make it great, and do not wait to tell someone you love how you feel about them. Bye, friends, and Merry Christmas.